Hey YouTube, welcome back to Part-Time Fab. I'm Sean. So today's episode we're going to get into a table build, welding table build, and I'm not sure we're going to get everything done today as usual, so you'll probably see that in the video. I'm going to get the plate that I bought out, and we're going to do some measuring. Then we're going to do some calculations on legs and how far apart the legs will be. I got some angle, I got some tubing. We're going to throw all that together, have a shelf. I really want to make this I hate to say ultimate table build, but because it's not going to be the ultimate table. This is going to be the ultimate small table build. So my table is going to be like 24 inches by 42, something like that. So not going to be real big, but it's going to be a half-inch plate. It's going to be about 35, 36 inches tall. It's going to be a really good table. For the amount of space I have, it's going to be a really good table. If I got a 4x8 sheet or a plate half-inch thick or something like that, yeah, that would be awesome. But with the amount of space I got, it really is just not feasible to have that type of table. Now, if I was to get rid of the four-wheeler, I should say when I get rid of the four-wheeler, because that thing, as soon as I can get it fixed, it's for sale now if you want to look at it and buy it, but it's got a charging problem. So as soon as I get that fixed, it's out of here. And that'll free up a ton of space over here on the side. So so that's what today's episode is going to be, is the ultimate small table build. Going to have some room for clamps, going to have a shelf for grinders. I really want to incorporate a lot of features that I've seen out there on the internet. There's some really good builds. There's one fella's got a YouTube video, Duker, I think that was his name, and he's got some forum post, welding web. I don't think it was Yellow Bullet, but welding web. That guy has an awesome table. I mean, it's got storage, it's got the place for air. That's something else. My table, I want to put a coupler for some air to have like die grinder. I want to put some electricity on it, outlets, so I can just run one cord and have some electricity, or run one air hose and have air. I know that's going to be a lot for a small table, but I'm going to take a look at it. If it's not feasible to have those things, then we're just going to get rid of those ideas. But this is probably a couple of work this into a couple of episodes, like we did the stand builds, 5 episodes. I know long, but it seemed to work out pretty well. I got 2 good stands that are working out. I've already used the grinding stand. I got a wire wheel for the grinding stand. That worked out really well. Hadn't had one of those in a while. But we'll get started. Shop updates. I have ordered a TIG welder. I ordered an Eastwood TIG 200 AC/DC unit. Supposed to ship out this week. Actually, I ordered it last week. It's on back order. They said it won't ship out till this week, maybe Friday-ish. So hope to have that next week. I've got a project coming up. I got to fix a rear wheel tub on a car. So hopefully I'm going to use the TIG welder to get in there and do that with. I'm waiting for some other supplies too to do that. Another shop update. Project Bent Bars is not looking too happy right now. I've got some tubes. I think it's the number 7 bar. It's the rocker panel bar. And the number 1 bar back there. They are, I've scraped some of the paint off and some of the surface rust off. They're really pitted. they're pitted pretty bad. So to replace those bars, you really have to disassemble the entire chassis. So it's looking like Project Bent Bars is going to be on hold for a couple of weeks till I can figure out what I'm going to do. I'm not sure if I'm just going to scrap everything and start on the other chassis or not, but or if I want to just take this project and start new. I don't know. I haven't made my mind up yet. I got some people I want to talk to about it, see what their thoughts are. There are some pros, there's some cons. You know, it's just a lot of time. As probably most of you know, the garage work takes a lot of time. So that's all for shop updates, I think. So with that, let's get started on this welding table build. So let's get to it. Now, I didn't plan on talking during this construction unless I'd done some voiceover, but just to explain a little bit, it'd be easier to talk, I guess, while I'm standing here. So our table measuring 42 by 24, that's easy to map out on a graphing paper here. I'm just going to almost imagine this half-inch doesn't exist. We'll kind of square it up a little bit when we get into the actual laying the parts out. So just for our drawing, want to come in 2 inches from the corners and do the legs, and then underneath I'd like to create kind of a shelf, and I'll need some structural items there to help. So we'll run some angle iron from leg to leg to leg. And what we'll do is we'll connect, let's call this the back side. I'm going to connect the back 2 legs, and then I'll connect the back leg to its front leg counterpart, but I'm going to leave this front open. That way, at some point, if I get a chair or something, I'll be able to slide underneath it. So I still want a shelf underneath. So what I'm going to do is come in and put another piece of angle, but I'm going to offset it. It's not going to be equal with the legs, but I'm not sure how much it needs to go in. Basically, all I want to do is create enough room for my legs to slide underneath with a chair. So I'm not sure exactly how much that needs to be, but probably not a whole heck of a lot. Having some shelf space will be very important underneath this. So let's see, that will be 2, 4, 6 inches, 7, 8. Let's just do 8 inches. So let's create some dotted lines here to represent our angle line. This will represent our angle line that will run from side to side and complete our shelf underneath. And I need to find another color pen, because at some point down the road I'm going to need to be able to clamp things here in the center of the table. And even though my table is not that deep or that wide, it still would be handy to have some of the holes in the table to be able to put some of those clamps. I forget what they're called, in like a strong hand inserta clamp. At some point I'll go and rent one of those magnetic drills and drill some holes in this to have those clamps So what I'm going to do right now is I think I'll locate the holes on my drawing, and I may even go ahead and center punch them, but just to get a nice layout. It'll really help to think about that now, because I haven't called to check on a magnetic clamp, but I've already got the drills, so that wouldn't be a big deal. But if they don't charge very much to rent one of those, then I can maybe do that now, because I'm not going to be buying one of those magnetic drills. The last time I looked at them, they were about $800 or $900, but the tool rental place should have them. So now what left to do? We need to figure out how big the legs need to be. So the wheels, so I think I want the top to be 36 inches. So let's shoot for 36 inches. So the wheels are 4 inches. So the wheel is 4, and then we're going to have some plate on top of the wheel, and this plate that'll be the top, they're both 1/2 inch. So that'll be, let's put those together, and that'll be 1 inch. So that's 5 inches. That's real easy. So take 5 from 36, that means your legs need to be 31 inches. So we'll cut 4 legs of 2-inch square tubing, 31 inches long. And then we'll cut our plate, and those squares need to fit this. That's not going to be very big. 3-inch 3x4. The angle iron will be 34 inches, and the leg to leg will be 16. But this is rough what we need, and we need 2 of these, and we need 2 of these. So that'll get us started right there. All right, let's get the bandsaw out and get started. on this next step, the bandsaw didn't cut exactly perfectly square joint here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my square and I'm going to find the high side and mark it with some ink from this Sharpie, and then I'm going to take my flat disc and grind away some of the edge and deburr a little bit so that I can make these legs straighter, or at least this the joint will be straighter, and that'll be less work I have to do when I go to weld. I'm not going to do a whole lot, just going to hit it a little bit. Mainly it's just to deburr, but it'll just take a few minutes to do this. As you can see here, I've already marked that one, and we'll do each of these others. Take just a few minutes, and our legs will be that much more square. So we'll get to that in just a minute. Okay, now that we got our legs cleaned up and pretty much 90% there, it's time to concentrate on the top. What I'm going to do is I'm going to weld everything right here on this jig, and then when we get ready, we get everything welded up and ready to paint, I'll get it off of here and then I'll clean the top up. But for now, I think I'm just going to leave it here because it is pretty heavy. I'm going to leave it here. We're going to clean this surface up. And also, I'll get you a close-up of this right here, but there is a cut in the metal, and there is a really bad cut over here that I made. But it was made with propane, so it's a very poor cut. Got to clean this up and repair this cut right here. So we'll weld and grind and clean that up, and we'll clean this surface up, and we'll be ready to start welding our legs to the top. So let's get to that. I think that's a good stopping point. I have got the table cleaned off. We got the bottom of it cleaned off. I've got this this bad corner. I've got it really cleaned up. I'll try to put some video footage of a close-up over here so you can see that. But got it real cleaned up. Got it fairly square with the square, and it's real close. It's not exact, but I think for the table it'll be fine. All I've got left to do is to cut out a notch in this the cut here. Just notch it, weld it, and then smooth it back off, and we'll be good to go on that. Plus, I've got the little feet cut that will mount to the wheels. Had a mishap with that with the bandsaw. the side wasn't level, so I put a degree finder on the side and matched it up really close and started cutting the line, and then it was cutting crooked. So to fix it, I just flipped it over and cut it down the other side, and I got it close enough to where then I could just break it apart. But we'll take the grinder, clean it up, never know the difference. Now that I look at that, that's 1/2 inch. That's probably overkill, but that's what we had extra, so we'll use it. But I guess with that, we'll call it a day. And I'd like to invite you to go watch some of my other videos. I've got 10 or 12 of them now. I'm getting the hang of this the video editing. It's been a real challenge. I know some of my videos have been lacking, not been the greatest in the world. I watch a lot of other videos and get a lot of ideas on people who make really good videos. You also see a whole lot of bad videos. I hope I'm doing better than a lot of people, but I'm learning how to clip everything real good. And always ask that you rate, comment, subscribe, and it really helped me out if you might share the videos with somebody else. That way we get a bigger community, get some people talking. It's really interesting, but always comment. I like to talk with people, but right now I'm just surfing Yellow Bullet, and I've opened up me an account on the Fab forum, so that I've not done too much looking around. I just got approved this morning or yesterday evening or something, so probably be posting some on there, but that's all for today. So we'll see you next time on Part-Time Fab.